Good afternoon. I'm
Good
Lawrence
afternoon.
Jarvis. I'm the Vice President and PR Exec at Pacific Records.
My name is Tianyu. I'm Executive Assistant of Heaven.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you as well. So, tell me a little bit about. Are you able to reach a deal today? An agreement?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. And are and what are your needs today? What would you like to see happen?
I would like to see that we reach an agreement that allows the band to release their album without any commercial constraints.
Okay.
Um, Actually, I'm a big fan of the band, and I'm really glad that they're coming back. We know that it is because Saren, who got addicted to cocaine, that the band got split several years ago. And so I would like to ask first, how is Saren now? Is there anything that could affect his ability to perform music?
Saren is able to perform music right now. We would like for him to be able to make this album soon. He just got out. He's really excited about recording this album. So we would like for him to be able to record this album, Star, and we want to make Neil Robin happy, your artist, and we want to make our artists happy as well. So we are really excited to get something worked out soon.
Yeah, that's great. So the issue at hand is which firm gonna have the right to release the record, right?
Right. So I guess my first question for you would be, what problems do you have with the album being on Pacific Records?
Well, as we know that one of the band member is under the contract with us,
Right.
Robin. He has the exclusive contract with us. Under that contract, he cannot um, release any record without our permission. I mean, with other producers. So that is the issue.
Okay. And I understand. We also have three. We have three artists in Star under contract, exclusive contract with us for 3 years as well. Whereas I believe you all only have Robin for 2 additional years. So we both have those issues. We actually have three people that are signed to us. So, but we want to work that out. Let me ask you something about this. What are your thoughts on artistic control of this album?
It has to be heaven. It definitely has to be heaven.
Why does that have to be happening?
Well, Heaven has really close relationship with Robin, and Heaven has the we consider Heaven has the best understanding to the band's music. And also, let's discuss this one first. I think if we're gonna continue to insist on the right to release the first album, it's just gonna be a deadlock for us. So how about this? Let's let's do two records. After the first one, we do a follow-up record, and if Pacific get the first one, we get the second one. Or if we get the first one, Pacific get the second one. How does that sound?
If you get the first one, Pacific gets the second one.
Yeah. Or if Pacific get the first one, we get the second one. So each company get one record.
That sounds interesting. I like that idea. That is something I had thought about actually. Um, yeah, that would be a great concession, I believe.
Yeah.
So if when you say theoretically we get the first one, we have total artistic control over the first one.
No, no. Like the first record has to be controlled by Heaven.
The first record has
Yeah.
control by that. But what about the second?
The second one we're open to negotiate.
So what if? Okay, so let me pose this: if we have control of the first, why can't we have complete control? And could we compensate you to allow us to have full control?
I'm sorry?
So you said that you would be amenable to the album coming out on Pacific first and Heaven second, but you want control if it comes out on Pacific first. I want to make sure I got you correct. So no matter, so with two albums, you're saying that Heaven always has to have control.
For the first record, that is a thing. Yeah. I can't make concession on that point.
No matter if it's on Heaven or if it's on Pacific. What about the second record?
I mean, the second record we can negotiate for the artistic control.
Okay.
I mean, before we really go there, I want to ask, what is your estimate of the record sale for the first record?
We believe this album could do really well. I mean, you can't really predict sales, but we think this album should be able to possibly go platinum, and if not, it should still do very well in terms of sales because they haven't released an album in years.
Yeah. So do you have a number for the estimate?
Yeah, I think we're estimating possibly 1 million sales.
A million. Yeah. I can see that you're really confident for this success.
That's another reason we want control. We believe we, like I said, we also think we know their sound the best, and we will want. That's why I like your idea of a 2 album thing, but we would want to control the first one as well, and we would be willing to compensate you to allow Robin to record this album with us, and we would be willing to pay you all a substantial amount to get that release for Robin to record this album.
Okay, I think we have a base duration agreement. So let's talk about if Pacific get the right to release the first album, how much compensation are you willing to pay?
So we're willing to actually offer you 1 million cash.
A million in cash
Yes.
upfront?
Up front.
Okay, that sounds good. So let's do this for the first contract. Um, Pacific get the right to release
Mm-hmm.
and haven't get the control of the get the artistic control.
So if we pay the 1 million for artistic, we want artistic control as well.
Oh, if we put that together, then 1 million wouldn't be enough. I consider.
1 million cash with
And yeah,
no.
the reason why I put it in this way is because I really cannot make concession on the artistic control.
I'm in
To
a
me,
yeah, I'm also in a position where artistic control is very important to us.
Yeah.
So what are you willing to compensate us for allowing you all to have artistic control?
Well, given the fact that the compensation is just 1 million, we consider it's fair to us to have the artistic control. Also, take it this way: the reason why Heaven has to have the artistic control is because he had an unpleasant cooperation with um, Tiguan.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my spirit. He's the president of.
Yeah.
So wait, so if that's the case, what if Trigano apologizes to Mr. Heflin? Would that make him happier? Because we really would like to have artistic control. I actually can't. We need artistic control. Over
Yeah, I understand. Just like you put, it's very important for you, but it's crucial for us. We have to have the artistic control. It's actually not about an apologize. It's about a demonstration to show that Heaven really had good taste of music that matters to him, and he specifically instructed me that we cannot make concession on that. So, how about this? Let's give a deduction to the compensation. Make it 950,000.
Yeah, we can't do that. We okay. Let's see. So the artistic control is like that is a key crucial point for us. We need to have control. We How about an arrangement where we give you 500 grand in cash, in addition to a $1 per CD royalty?
I mean, $5,000,
500,000.
$500,000, which so it's gonna be 1.5 million
No.
together.
No, it'll be a royalty tied to sales. So say, uh, so say the album sells 1 million copies. Let's say it sells. Yeah, let's say it sells 1 million copies.
Okay.
At $10 a CD, and you get $1 per. You basically get $1 million.
$1 million. And what about what is just what is the thing that you just mentioned?
The 500
500.
cash up front. So the royalty would be tied to album sales and
Oh,
cash.
I believe that you just said the royalty gonna be paid up front.
No, no, sorry. The royalty wouldn't be paid up front. The royalty would be tied to sales. The 500 would be paid up
Oh,
front. We're willing to pay $1 million up front to secure complete control over this album and to get a release for Rock.
oh, you mean if you got the artistic control, you are willing to pay $1 million upfront?
Yes, and the album comes out on.
So what if we want the artistic control of the album? What is your condition?
We have to have artistic control. We have no any album that comes this first album.
Yeah.
We want artistic control. Now you all can have it. We can arrange an agreement where maybe a second album comes out on Heaven, and you all have complete artistic control. But this first album, we need artistic control.
Well, just like I said,
Yeah, you need.
haven't specifically instructed me that that is the reservation point for us. We have to have the artistic control. So, I mean, we want to close the deal. If they didn't specifically instructed you for the same thing,
Yeah. So we're in a bad situation in terms of that. Let's work on some other aspects.
okay,
It seems like you would be amenable to everything seems set minus the artistic control, correct?
yes,
Okay, so I'm willing to assume that you would be willing to agree to a if okay, would you be willing to agree that the first album will come out in 2 months? Like we would expedite the promotion and production process.
yes,
Okay, so yes to that. I'm just noting all of the things.
yeah.
And we'll come back to the artistic control. So expedited album, 2 months. Would you be willing to agree to split production and promotion costs?
No,
Okay. So that's even. Okay. So no splitting of costs. Okay. Uh, what would you prefer, the royalty or the cash payment?
yes,
Cash payment.
cash payment.
So cash payment preferred.
Uh, wait a second. You mentioned the split of the cost. I mean, if we share the cost, we're gonna share the profit too. That is
Right. Yeah.
commercial
No. Yeah.
contract.
Exactly. I was just trying to see different areas that maybe we can come to an agreement on.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I understand. Yeah, it's fine. No splitting of costs. Cash payment is preferred. Uh, uh, you would like the entire amount at one time, right?
If it is okay for
Okay, entire
Pacific,
amount at one time. Amount one time payment.
but it's not required. I mean, we can make flexible payment, but everyone prefer one-time payment, right?
Yeah. Is there so I think we agree on most of the most important things. How much would you be willing to compensate us to how how much would you be willing to compensate us to allow the album to be released on Heaven?
I would like to propose $1 per album, just like you proposed.
$1 per album, no cash payment.
Cash payment.
Wait, so $1 million cash payment?
No, $1 per album.
Okay.
Also tied to the sale of the
So we
album.
can't agree. We won't be able to agree to that. But that's what you're offering is $1 per album royalty.
Yeah. So what is your offer on that? I mean, we can release the record too.
Yeah. So if you were to pay us, so the thing is, we would still want artistic control.
We come back to the deadline.
Right. We come back to the deadlock. If okay. say we gave you all marketing and production control. We gave you marketing control. Uh, say we gave you marketing control, but we had artistic control.
We're not really interested in marketing control if it is released under the Pacific's label.
No, what if it's released under Heffen?
Oh, it's on our label?
Yeah, if it's under Heffen, and you had marketing and we had artistic.
Well,
This is on Heffen now.
I would say we can't agree to that. Haven't really insisted on the artistic control. I mean, the other terms that you offered is acceptable,
Okay.
but the artistic control is crucial to have. And I mean, we can make concession on other terms.
Well, I think we're at good points on other things. We will be unable to accept a $1 per album royalty. And we need artistic control. Uh, could you, okay, would you be willing to offer us $3 million in cash for total control? You all have total control?
And you get 3 million.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So I mean, as you made that offer, it shows that you can make concession on the
no,
artistic control.
I cannot make concession on artistic control, but some agreement is better than no agreement.
Yeah.
I believe in this situation because our artists are busy recording the album right now.
Yeah. May I ask?
Okay, how about this? What if we did a joint venture? I really like your idea about 2 albums.
Yes.
What could we come to an agreement where perhaps artistic control is key to both sides? Okay,
I mean, may I ask why it is so important for?
artistic control.
Yeah.
So
you?
Trigano and our group believe that we can best market Star Sound, and we also have 3 of the artists on Star Sound our label long term. So we want to continue to build their brand and enhance their image. And we felt like at least for the first album, well, not first album that Stars Reunited, that we should have total artistic control. We're willing to see marketing control, and we're willing to allow you to release it on your label, but we want artistic control over this album.
Okay. Now the thing is that I don't. After seeing your estimate number, I don't believe it is a good idea for us to have the marketing control but give up the artistic control because our estimate is not that good.
What do you
Our
estimate?
our estimate is just half of your number.
So
So
why
it's gonna be bad for those parties interested.
So wait, if your estimate for total album sales is you're saying your estimate is 500,000.
Yes.
Okay. If your estimate is that low, how much do you think you all will make on the album coming out on Hefty?
You mean the income?
Yes. How much income do you think you all will make?
We're gonna make. Actually, I don't have the number at hand.
You don't have the number in hand.
But definitely it's gonna be much more than 1 million. Like we
With
would
only
get from
500,000 in album sales, you think it'll be more than a million?
Yes, we can make much more than $1 million. I mean, one record sold at the price of $13 as the standard price for our company. Do the math is much more than 1 million.
Yeah, but you got to factor in costs like
Yes,
production,
we
promotion,
still
marketing.
we still make more than that. I mean, we can do that. We can do that, but you know, the royalty fee is tied to the sales of the albums.
So we believe in this number primarily because we believe in our ability to generate additional sales. Like we believe that if we had artistic control and the marketing control, we could generate 1 million sales.
I mean, that is good that you're so confident about that, but we have to have the artistic control. I think you have the marketing control and we have artistic control. is the best for
Well,
both parties'
we want to
interests.
maximize this number, and with your estimate being so low, we can't agree to that.
I mean, still we can do that. I didn't say that we cannot do that. We cannot release the record. We can, but it's gonna be bad for your interest.
Well, no, I mean, wait. When you say release the record, what do you mean? You mean release it? I mean, they're making the album regardless. I think we want to avoid them going to litigation. Well, going into litigation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
And I'm receptive to your idea of two albums, maybe where we have total control of the first, and we're willing to pay you $1 million cash right now up front with no risk on your end, and you have total control on the second, and we don't need payment.
I'm afraid that still didn't break the deadlock. We need the artistic control. We
You don't
can
have it on
agree
the second
to
album.
we can agree to a lower compensation for the first record, but we have to have the artistic control. The reason I just told you, it's very personal. It's not. I understand that it is not commercially reasonable, but it's something that my boss instructed me. I can't make concession on that.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I cannot. I think we have reached a deadlock on that.
How about this? Let's make 1 million down to 900,000.
1 million in sales down to 900,000.
I mean the I mean the royalty fee. I mean
The cash payment.
yeah, the cash payment.
Yeah, we still need artistic control.
Then we can't work out the problem.
Yeah, both sides need artistic control, and it needs to be on the first album. Um, so both sides need artistic control. Okay. All right. So this is where we are right now. And your best offer is a $1 per album royalty.
Yes.
You can't offer a cash payment up front.
No.
Okay.
I
Best
mean,
offer.
how important is artistic control to your?
It's very important to the Pacific. Again, we believe we offer the best chance to maximize profits and album sales, and we also believe that we can generate, we can help them make the best CD. I mean, we've been working with the other three members for the past 2 years, and we have them under contract. So,
Well, how could that be possible? Because Sarah was in prison.
yeah, he's in prison.
For
He was in
years.
a year. He was in prison for a year, but he's been signed our label.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we both agree that both Heaven and uh, Trangano are good artists. They're a good producer. And the only reason why they didn't have good relationship is because they have different ideas. But those ideas are all good. And we're confident that Heaven can make good record, maybe the best record for the band. So why don't we do that? We have the marketing control, we have artistic control. We can
can't
make
agree to that.
concession on the compensation.
We can't agree to. We can't agree to that. We need artistic control.
I understand that both parties needs that, but for Heaven it's really personal. That's
Yes.
beyond commercial.
Yes, Trigano still has tough feelings about the situation with Patton as well. That's why I was thinking maybe an apology, or maybe in the setup we can have where they don't interact with each other, but maybe an apology occurs because both sides have feelings that remain from their past dealings, and Mr. Trigano believes that he offers the best chance for Star to recover and deliver the best album they haven't used.
That is also our consideration.
Yes, I understand that. Look, we can't agree to allow this album to come out on Heaven with you all's control and with this limited royalty. I think we have the most agreement on it coming out on Pacific. However, we have a disagreement at the point of control. So what I'm saying is, I think everything on so the two key issues are total control. There's no go on either side right now. Total control and cash payment. Total control and compensation.
Yes.
So right now for us, for it to come out on Heaven is no go for either for us. For it to come out on Pacific is no go on total control for you, but it's a go on compensation.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, compensation looks good. Okay. Compensation is okay. Total control is not okay. Yeah, we would need a lot more compensation. Um, so I guess we could arrange another meeting where I'll talk to my superiors some more and figure something out. Because we want to avoid litigation.
Yeah, and you really need to produce album really soon, right? You said 2 months.
Yeah, timing is good as well. Timing on both sides.
Timing is also it matters to you, but
The
actually it
album,
doesn't. We don't really care about timing. We don't really constrain about that. My client didn't. Oh, my boss didn't tell me that we need to produce the album really soon. So actually, if you want to produce the album, we would like to agree to the time arrangement. The artistic control really matters to us. Really matters to Mr. Heffen. To be honest,
yeah,
to be really honest.
It really matters to Mr. Chigano as well. We are at a deadlock at this point on that issue. Um,
I mean, it appears like you put on the paper. It looks like a good deal for you if your company can produce the album, have the marketing control, reach a good number of sales, and pay very limited compensation, but give us artistic control. It is a very good deal for you, I consider.
how little would you be willing to accept in terms of compensation?
Maybe $0.9 per album.
Yes, I don't think my client would be happy with that. That's your best offer. I can take that to my client.
What is your offer for that point?
For total artistic control, I mean, Mr. Chigano really values that. So uh, he re- I don't believe that we have any workaround to give you all total artistic control. It would have to essentially be an agreement where we don't compensate you, but you all have total artistic control.
That won't happen.
Yes, exactly. Uh,
I mean, you just I think I just heard you say that we pay $3 million upfront, and we have overall control of everything, marketing,
I believe that
artistic.
will make my client happy, even though he insists on total artistic control.
Oh, I mean, that indicates he can give up artistic control under certain circumstances.
Yeah, but not for that amount. We would not be willing to compensate you for that amount to give up artistic control. I know you wouldn't accept that. So I can take this offer back to my client and we can meet in another week and talk.
Okay, then that's the best offer that I can make.
Point nine, so 900 grand in compensation to Heffen. All right.
And for that, I think we need to agree upon, we need to make a general agreement that we will have the right to release a second album, a follow-up album. For the compensation, we can negotiate further.
Okay. That sounds good to me. We can negotiate it further on the second album. Uh, let's talk about timing. So you said timing doesn't matter. would you, if we were able to reach a later agreement, could we agree to an expedited timing?
Sorry?
If we were to reach an agreement next week when we meet, could we reach an agreement on timing being within 2 months? Is that reasonable to you?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we can make that.
Okay. So that's one thing we can agree to, at least on that. All right. Thank you, and